Most adult children don't cut off their parents because they stopped loving them. They do it because staying hurts more than leaving. Have you ever felt that your parents simply don't understand you? As if distance slowly grows between you, and no matter how hard you try, nothing really changes. For many adult children, cutting off contact with their parents becomes a painful but necessary decision. In this video, we explore why adult children choose to go no contact, based on psychological research. We'll look at the real reasons behind family estrangement, the ones parents often overlook or refuse to acknowledge. This is never a careless choice. Most often, it is a response to deep emotional wounds that were never healed. Let's take a closer look at why this happens and what parents need to understand. Research shows that there are three primary reasons adult children go no contact: abuse, poor parenting, and betrayal of trust. All of these share a common root: emotional disconnection that usually begins in childhood. For many children, the first step toward this rupture is emotional neglect, or a parent's physical absence during key developmental years. Another major factor is a clash of values and beliefs between parents and children. When parents cannot accept their child's individuality, growth, or changing perspectives, a gap begins to form. Over time, that gap widens. The child, feeling unseen and unaccepted, creates distance as a way to protect their identity and emotional well-being. One of the most painful and common reasons for estrangement is abuse. It can take many forms: physical, sexual, or emotional. Each type leaves deep psychological scars that can last a lifetime. Emotional abuse is especially damaging. It often appears as constant criticism, name-calling, belittling, or manipulation. Some parents use gaslighting, causing the child to doubt their own perceptions and emotions. Others engage in triangulation, intentionally turning the child against other people. These dynamics create isolation, mistrust, and profound emotional loneliness. Years of emotional harm slowly accumulate. Eventually, the child reaches a point where staying in the relationship becomes unbearable. The decision to go no contact is rarely impulsive. It is the outcome of long-term psychological exhaustion. For many, it becomes the only way to protect their mental and emotional health. Another major reason adult children distance themselves is harmful parenting patterns. These may include excessive control or a lack of respect for the child's autonomy. Constant criticism and unrealistic expectations create an environment where the child feels they are never good enough. One particularly damaging pattern is parentification, when a child is forced into an emotional or practical caregiver role. Other signs include favoritism, where one child receives more attention or affection than others. These experiences lead to feelings of neglect and emotional withdrawal that deepen over time. For many adult children, creating distance becomes an act of self-preservation. Betrayal is another key factor that leads to no contact. It may happen gradually or through a single significant event that causes deep emotional pain. Broken promises, withheld affection, dishonesty, and emotional manipulation all contribute to a loss of trust. Over time, the emotional cost of maintaining the relationship becomes too high. For many adult children, going no contact becomes the only path toward healing. Parents often believe that external influences are responsible for the estrangement. They may blame a partner, in-laws, or even a therapist. However, adult children usually describe a different reality. They point not to third parties, but to how they were treated by their parents. Many report feeling unsupported, unaccepted, or unloved. Estrangement is rarely sudden. It is typically a slow, gradual process that unfolds over years. What appears to be the final breaking point is usually the accumulation of unresolved issues. Choosing no contact is never easy. While it brings relief from ongoing harm, it also brings guilt and sadness. Many adult children grieve not the parent they had, but the parent they never had. Despite the separation, many adult children still hope for reconciliation. Healing can only begin when parents acknowledge the harm they caused and commit to real change. Estrangement does not always have to be permanent. For many adult children, it is a necessary step toward reclaiming their emotional and mental well-being. If this video gave you insight, like it so more people can find it. And subscribe if you want to keep exploring these topics together.